Hi, friends. Welcome to Saturday in the Studio. My name is Lisa Schmid, and I'm a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. We are excited to be with you today. Last week, we were in Hawaii, which was phenomenal for my spring break. And this week, I was sick all week, and I'm just starting to feel better. And then Dave just got sick yesterday. So if you're from the refuge and you're watching, big shout out to you guys. You're awesome. We were supposed to be there, but we're unable to due to we don't want to give you what we have.
Special thanks to Michelle for
yes. Oh my gosh.
Jumping in.
Great. Yeah. Special thanks to Michelle for sure. I don't know what we're going to do to thank her, but to her. Okay. I'm going to show you, I don't know if you know, I'm guessing you know that there is a new catalog coming out and it will start on May 6th. And if you haven't gotten this, I haven't gotten it in the mail either. I got this because I placed an order and because I'm a demonstrator. But I'll let you know, we get them in the mail for us as well. So when they come for us, we'll let you know. And if a little bit after that you haven't gotten one, just let us know. But tried to cover everybody all our customers and friends. So
we can't show the inside yet.
I know. I was like, can't show you that. But at the same time that this goes live, and a whole set of online exclusive items also go live, which that's a lot. But one of the online exclusives is this Sunrise Sailing, and it is amazing. I just looked at it and I was like, man card. I mean, better than the duck, right, Dave, or golf. I don't know. I feel like this one's a little bit better. Sunrise Sailing is what it's called. And I love the font. Congratulations. Happy retirement, best wishes, deserve the best, which be for any of them. You're destined for great things, and then just ahoy. There is a piece to go inside the sail. I thought this, for some reason, I thought this was another piece to go in the sail, but that is not. I'll show you what that is in a moment. And this is the ocean. This is also the ocean as it's sailing away. There's is it called the keel, the boat, the main boat part? And we've got some birds. So those are the stamps. We also have dies, and the dies, we have water, I'm guessing, or it could be sand or rock. Let me show you what that looks like. I was kind of playing with it to see what could you do with these two little pieces. And I'm wondering if it's so long because they're thinking scrapbooking, perhaps. So I was like, well, I guess you could layer them up. They could be water. They could be sand with rocks. I'm not sure yet. But then the other things that are in here are, we've got some clouds. These are bonus dies. We've got some birds, also bonus dies because they're 3 different shapes. So these don't go specifically with the bird. That would be super hard to do. We've got 2 smaller a small sailboat and a medium sailboat, the boat and the sail. And then we've got this cutout of the big boat. Now, why do we have just the cutout of the big boat? Oh, glad you asked. Because this is a 3D embossing folder that comes with it as well.
A hybrid 3D.
Hybrid, yes. So this fits right in here on the Stampin' Up! Side where the logo is. Put your paper in, you close it, and you go. And when you do that, if you have the boat in there, if you have the die in there, you're going to come out with a piece like this. Okay, if you don't put the die in, you'll just still get all the impression, but no cutout. But that one, I just like it is right now, just like this with the die there, it cuts out my boat.
Very nice.
Okay, so that's fun. Without the die, it would just give me the whole just embossed, it's so cool. It's so cool. I love it. So I'm very excited about it. I was like, I want that right away. So let's go ahead and I'm going to start with, I haven't done this in a while, but I'm going to start with pure stamping because I think that's, I have too many things here, because I think I want you to know how to use your stamps, or I want you to enjoy being able to just stamp. And then of course we can always take it up a notch, but pure stamping is wonderful. So this is just real red cardstock. It's a half sheet scored in the middle. And so that is the color I'm using, but I'm just going to use white on the outside and white on the inside. And
what do you need?
I would like my pad. It's probably here. Oh, here it is. It's under my catalog. There you go. I just want this because I'm going to stamp on it because it is a photopolymer stamp set. So I am going to first stamp my boat in Secret Sea, one of our new in colors. I'm going to stamp Secret Sea with the big boat.
Very appropriate.
Yes. And the boat, it's pretty big. If you look at the quarter sheet, how it fits, I want a little bit of ocean underneath. I don't want a ton at the top, but I want to make sure I have enough ocean. So I'm going to put that like that. And if it's crooked, that's fine because it's just going on the waves. So that doesn't matter. And then let's set this. Oh, yeah, I'll set that aside. I'm going to use that for seagulls. I'm going to do, is this called the keel? I don't know if you answered.
Yes.
The main part of the boat.
Well, no, the keel is
this
the thin piece that runs along the bottom. The hull is the whole piece.
Okay. So there's a piece just for the whole hull, and I'm going to stamp that in pecan pie, just the hull. Like that. How cool is that? Love it. And then, let's see, I'm going to stamp the sails in real red. So I'm going to use the little sail that comes with the stamp set. Now, the first time I did this and I inked it, I got ink on my block and then it touched my other part of the sail and I just continued the card anyway. So there we go. But something to be aware of. It's nice. Kind of fun because
red and white stripe.
Yeah, and it doesn't have to be, it's not perfect. This, with the way the stamp is made, I really like that because then if it's not perfectly on, you don't really even notice that.
It's got motion.
It's got motion. Okay, I want to stamp some ocean to make it really have some motion. And so I'm going to use the ocean stamp here. And this really could go either way. I just want to put it more in the middle. You'll see how this one could go. It can really go either way. This way, it really doesn't matter once you get it on, you'll see. But I was thinking, well, I don't want the water to go over my boat. So what I'm going to do is go ahead and mask it, which, oh, how handy to cut out. I just die cut out. I didn't do the whole embossing. I just used the sailboat die and just die cut out a little template, which I will keep with this so that I can stamp mask water. If you don't know what masking is, this is masking. It's going to make the boat look like it's in front of the water. All right, so we are going to do the water. I'm going to close this one until I get to the birds, making me nervous there. We're going to do the water in 3 different colors. Look at all this blue. There's so much. This looks like black here, but if you were here the other day, you know that it is not black. So we're going to stamp the sea. And one thing you can do is always use a Post-it note to hold this. Then you don't have to be quite so aware. I want to show you something. So with the sea, it doesn't matter as much because there's going to be gaps anyway in the ocean. But if I were to line this up right on the edge there will be a white line around my boat because this has thickness to it. But if I raise it up just a little bit, then it's going to be exactly at the bottom. So that's kind of what I'm going to do here. We'll just stick up. I can't have the Post-it note go where the water is going to go. That won't work. So I'll just do it like that. That works fine. All right. So I am using Blueberry Bushel, and I'm just going to go across. And I did do it the way I did it one way, and now I'm flipping it and doing it the other way. I don't really want. I didn't have a piece of paper, Dave. Here's one. I really don't want, I'm just going to use this, the ink to go all over my mat because I'm going off. So that's all. All right. So I think I'll just go the same way again. Okay. That looks nice. And then I'm going to do one more above it. That's still taped on. I don't usually tape it. I usually hold it. And I think I'm going to flip this over this time. Nope. I think I'm going to leave it the same way. But I want a different part of the ocean. I don't want that same. I don't want it to look like it's the same. I'm just going to stamp a little bit right there. Great. All right. Let me just clean that off because then I'm going to do that same stamp in a different color. Let's go to a lighter color. So I'm going to go to, that was blueberry, and I'm going to use Azure Afternoon. And make sure that's all clean. Get my Azure. I'm sure you don't say Azure, but Azure. I don't know, whatever. I'm just going to stamp and give it a little bit of different color. Not even, it doesn't really matter where I'm doing it. I just want both colors in there. You can tell I'm not even being very careful on that intentionally. The last thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and take my blending brush and I'm going to take some Pool Party and we're going to kind of mix that in there. So remember, when you use a blending brush, you always want to go off a little bit first. So that's where you get that big smudge. So I'm going to go here, just kind of give it some color. And I kind of liked the way it came out because it gives it a little bit, it's not so stark. I'll hold it up in a moment. I'm going to turn it this way. Start off here. We go. So it's not so stark. And I kind of like that. I think it's really pretty. All right. So look at, do you see that? How it kind of blended in? It's not so white. Now, if I take my sail off, look how nice that is.
Nice.
Literally looks like it's right on the water, which is what I wanted. Okay. So we're going to keep this here. Flip it over so Stampin' Up's the right way. And I'm going to put some birds in the sky. And I will use my Secret Sea. I don't need to use black. I'm just going to stay with the Secret Sea as my dark color. And I'm going to stick one over here. These birds are super cool. I'm just amazed at kind of the detail of them. I'm going to do one more there. This one's going to have a little more than my original card. I'll just do one more there. Okay. Look at the I don't know if you can see the detail, but you can like almost see the head. Like there's a little point there where there's like the head of the seagull. I don't know. I think it's pretty amazing because it doesn't just look like how I would draw one with a pencil. Has more detail than that. And even this wing, I can see the flight of it. Okay. What do you think? So far, so good, right? Isn't that great? Well, I thought I don't really want to take away anything from here. So I'm going to go ahead. I might put another seagull up here, but I'm going to go ahead. Oh, Dave said no. And I'm going to just do a little stamp on white. And I'm going to use a circle punch. This one is you're destined for great things. And I think that's just a really cool saying. So aren't we all destined for great things? So, and I'm going to end up punching it out. So just using it as a scrap. There we go. So nice. Let me close this up. Okay, I've got ink all over, so I do need to make sure I don't get it on everything else.
You're going to save.
Yeah. All right. So you're destined for great things. Love that. And this is the 1 3/4 inch punch. There is another new circle coming out. You're going to ask me what the size is. And I don't remember. Dave, if you want to, oh no, the new catalog's a little bit buried right now.
Okay.
But here you go. There is a new circle. I'll pull that out. You can tell us what size it is. All right, back to my real red. I just thought, well, that's a perfect color. And I did actually put it on what's our new color? Secret Sea. Layered it to see if that made a difference or made it look better. And I was like, not really.
The new one is 1 7/8. So just an eighth less than 2.
And here we go again. Can you grab my adhesive? Because I don't want to use the glue the whole time. Thank you. 1 7. Oh, thank you.
Sorry.
You probably, I don't know if you know what you just did.
No, I saw it slide. Sorry.
Yeah, that's okay. Can you grab me an adhesive? Thank you. Sorry. All right. 1 7/8, you say?
Yes.
So one more to layer on, which is just great. All right. So let's go ahead and stick this on. Good thing I always keep that glue over here, huh? Isn't it pretty? Look how fun this is. I love it. Love it, love it, love it. All right. So there's that. Thank you, love. And then I'm going to just pop up this little circle on this side. So, you know me, use the edge. Always use the edge. All right. So we'll just stick that on there and stick that on there. And we've got this. You're destined for great things. I thought it was really fun. I think it's great. Something is crooked, but I think it's great.
It's very fun.
I'll fix it later. Yeah. Super, super fun. Just pure stamping.
So that's Sunrise Sailing.
Sunrise Sailing. Did you want to show us something? And I have
Sure.
one more card to make and one more to show.
Yep.
While you're doing that, I'm going to fix this because it's crooked.
So as you know, always go to thestamperstudio.com for anything you possibly can need. When you get there, you can order your Stampin' Up! Products right here at the top, which starting May 6th will have all the new catalog items, the new online exclusives, everything you need there. As you scroll down, one thing I want to draw your attention to is Card Cafe. Card Cafe is our next event coming up. April Card Cafe, it's a little bit later this month because of Easter. So it's April 26th. It's at 10 o'clock here in our Minnetonka studio. It's from 10 until noon. That's correct time.
Okay.
10 until noon, you get to come choose 5 designs, make 2 of each, walk away with 10 amazing cards. Fun morning of laughter. And obviously with the new catalog coming out, there will be some items made with that. So your first chance to touch and feel them because you won't even have an opportunity to get them yet. So come to Card Cafe, check that out. April 26th, sign up by the Wednesday before just so we make sure we have enough. That would be tremendous.
Thanks, Dave. All right, the other thing I'm going to do for the inside, I forgot I wanted to do this, is just add a little bit of water across the bottom. So just one of each of the colors that I'm using. So this one is the Afternoon Azure, and then I'm going to use Blueberry Bushel. Let's clean that off. Because how fun is that when you open it? So fun. And I did flip it over to get kind of a different, and I did stamp on my pad. All of the above. Okay, there we are. And then we'll just pop that inside. And that one is done. I think it's really cute. What do you guys think? What do you think? Okay. Glad he brought me 2. He always knows. So while we were in Hawaii, if you didn't see on Facebook, one thing we did is we went kayaking to go whale watching. And oh my goodness, it was amazing. We saw a whale so close. How close would you say it was, Dave?
About 10 yards away.
10 yards away.
The size of a school bus.
It literally took my breath away.
And her baby.
It literally took I'm just going to put some of this on here. It literally took my breath away. Oh my goodness, it was crazy. So there you go. All right, so that's our first one, pure stamping. Here's the first one that I made, the original one. And that's where I smudged my little red. But inside, I did the sailboat sailing away. Well, that was kind of fun. All right, so that is that one. My next one actually uses more of the
dies.
Sorry, the folder, the embossing folder. Dave's like, keep going, say what you mean. So I embossed. Let me just pause for a second and take a breath. All right. So I am using Lost Lagoon is no Cloud Cover, and I can't remember the name of it. Secret Sea.
Secret Sea.
Yeah, Cloud Cover and Secret Sea. That's right, because they just go so well together. So let me just start, and then we'll talk about what I did. How about that?
Sounds good.
Because clearly I'm having issues. All right. So this is our standard 11 by 4 1/4, scored at 5.5. So we'll go there. And then I actually scored it I scored it 1 inch from the middle. So it would be 4.5 because I scored it at 4.5 and 5.5 because I want to make a little book fold. That's what that's called. Okay. What I was thinking is on here, I wanted to use the embossing of this. And so I just embossed it. That's all I did. I did not do anything else. I just embossed that part and cut the Secret
Sea
to fit right behind it like that. So let me get that on there. Let's stick these together. I just think it's super cool. I'm very excited about this boat. We love being on the ocean. In the ocean, so, on the ocean, love it. Right, Dave?
Yep.
Like kayaking, being on a boat. We like snorkeling, but I like snorkeling probably a little bit more than Dave. We did see turtles while we were snorkeling.
Lots of turtles.
And then I just have a smaller piece of that secret sea. I'll get it. That's going to sit right here. All right. So there's that part. Okay. Then let's see. Inside.
Have you sealed the book fold already?
No, I have not, because I did not cut a smaller piece of the inside. I just cut this because I thought, oh, I'll just put this in here and then I don't have to worry about cutting it. Although that seems, here's the other one. This is in vanilla.
There's something else you need before you seal the book fold. I'll get it.
I need ribbon. I have ribbon. Is that what you're going to say?
I think twine would look really nice as rope.
That's what I have.
Great.
I have
There you go.
cream colored twine. Yep. Yes, it would. All right. So I'm going to go ahead and just pop this in there. Of course, you could decorate that inside if you wanted to. But because I'm using the vanilla twine, and this comes in the Everyday Essentials, it comes in a pack of 5, I'm going to use the vanilla because it matches. So that is what's going to go on here. The reason I just did that is because it kind of straightens out some of all those twists and turns that you just saw when I when I undid it. And I think I'm going to wrap it twice because once is certainly going to be too small. Now, I think it would look really cute with the red and white stripe twine. I apparently
that would be nice.
am out of it, or it's somewhere else. I don't know. But so that is one. I think I'm going to make a bow with this. So let's leave some. There we go. And we'll go ahead and tie that. Yeah, because the inside is going to get glued down. And then at that point, you won't see the inside of the sea. All right, I'm going to tie a knot here. And then I'm going to make a bow because with twine, that's kind of slippery. It's pretty tricky, I find, to make a bow that's nice and tight. You are gluing the inside, so that would be okay. But I'm just going to do it like that. Make a little bow. That looks just dandy. Were you thinking probably a twine, the other color twine?
I was thinking sort of the jute color.
Yep. That would look pretty too. All right. Then we have to glue the inside shut. Oops. So let's go ahead and I'm just going to use this because my tear and tape, because it's right there and I know it'll stay shut. How about that?
Yep.
And I don't think I need one on this side. I'm just going to put it on the one side.
I agree.
We'll use our bone folder and make it nice and tight there. And peel that off. And it was a little bit over, so I'm going to fold that edge back. All right, let's go ahead and seal that shut. All right. The next thing we're going to do is, I'm going to use the boat. I was thinking, what am I doing? Oh, yeah. I'm going to use the boat that I cut out of here and put it on here. Now,
Nice.
do we want some red sails or just leave it like that? I kind of like it like this.
Nice monochromatic.
Yeah, that's what I think too. Okay, so that was super easy to die cut out because like I showed you, we just have the embossing folder that we can use, the hybrid embossing folder. Here I am with my strips. You know I love my strips. I see a strip hanging sitting down on the table. I better use that. And I can also use this right on the keel. That's what you said it is, right?
The hull.
I was going to say the hull. Oh, well. See, this is what I feel like being sick this week. Like my brain is a little mushy, but I think it'll snap back better next week. All right. I'm just going to pull that little piece off because it's hanging over. All right. So we're just going to put that boat right on top of where the other boat was. That's pretty. I am going to go ahead and stamp some of the some of the seagulls, just a few, just 3. I'm not going to stamp as many. As soon as I find my ink.
Secret C.
Secret C. Secret C, yes. All right, so I'm just going to stamp 1 here. I'm going to stamp 2, 1 there, and 1 right there. There we go. The last thing that we want is a sentiment, right? So we could stamp best wishes and hang it off here, or we could put it inside, or we could just stamp ahoy right here, that's what I'm going to do because it's a teeny tiny space. Well, it's not teeny tiny, but it's a small space. So I will just use the ahoy, and then inside we can stamp something else. So ahoy. Ahoy, matey. I was just excited by this, obviously. It's just kind of fun when you get something different than what I think we've had before. Some of you are probably like, oh, we had a boat. Maybe.
We did have a boat.
I like this one better. And you know what?
Boat.
I'm not going to do that. Do you know why? Because the block is here. So I'm going to move this to the other side of the block so that my block is completely off and I have not any chance of getting stuff on it. I kind of want it on the flat part, so I'll just stamp it right there. There we go. Ahoy. Ahoy, matey. And then inside, why don't we stamp ahoy? What should we stamp inside? Either congratulations, happy retirement, best wishes. What do you think? Congratulations, maybe? I don't know. I know, decisions are pretty tough. Actually, I think, well, I don't know. I'm just going to stamp the same one. I'm just going to stamp the same one. You deserve. All right, I'm just going to stamp that one because it's already inked and ready to go. There we go. Boom, done. And again, if you wanted to, you could put something here on the bottom, but isn't that pretty?
Very fun.
It's classy, I think. I'm not so wild about what's happening here. Maybe if we turn the whole thing. There we go. I think it's pretty classy. So the name of this stamp set is Sunrise Sailing. So of course then I'm like, well, I'm guessing you should make a sunrise with it. So I want to show you what I made.
Nice.
Thanks. This should be tucked under. It was under and it popped out. There we go. So I just embossed the whole thing. Didn't die cut out anything. And then just die cut out a black, embossed and die cut out a black sailboat. And then just used my blending brushes to do the water in Lost Lagoon. And then I did it in a little bit lighter blue, the Afternoon Azul, to get kind of that really different colors of blue. Did some orange and then went back and did some yellow. And I didn't do this on purpose, but I do kind of like that there's a little bit of glow around the boat.
Yep.
I totally didn't do that on purpose, but I like it. But here's the thing I was so excited about is I was thinking, well, I don't really want to looked at putting yellow here or like Daffodil Delight or pumpkin pie or something and white. And I was like, I don't like it. But you know what this is? It's kind of fun because you can see the water. It is not a window sheet, actually. It is the top piece that comes with this.
Huh?
Winner, winner, chicken dinner. So I like to keep the firm one because our window sheets are a little bit thicker than even these. So I like to keep this firm one for my stamp set. But on top of it, it comes with a thinner one, which is this. And to stamp on anything plastic or porous, non-porous,
yep.
is StazOn. And we have StazOn in black and in brown. I actually only ever use the black, but you can stamp right on this, dries right away. And there I go. So then I thought, oh, that's kind of cool. And then it also has that little bit of like, oh, the ocean is shining. Isn't that fun? I was kind of excited. What I do inside? Absolutely nothing. There we go. I was, with this one, the one thing I was thinking is I was wondering about putting a boat in the distance. However, when you do that, the little boat has to be, the littler boat needs to be further back, right?
Yep.
So that would be back, which is in the sky. So if this boat moved down, then this one could be on the water. But I was like, oh, that doesn't work. So that's okay. We just put this in a little baggie and save it. I'm just going to show you that one little trail of a boat. I'm not going to make a card. I'm just going to stamp it and show you. But isn't that fun? I'm so excited. All right, I'm going to use our Secret C again and just stamp background here. All right, our boat, I'm going to take the boat all the way up. I was looking for my mat. Who knows? Mat. I'm going to take the boat. Hang on a second. I'm going to do the part in the water first. So the boat is going away. It's leaving this in the water, right? Seriously, I thought that was like for the sails until I set it on here. I'm like, wait, what? That doesn't work. So then, and this would go like here, probably. You don't have a lot of space to go much further. This could go a little bit lower, and then you could put other C around it, or you could just do, I think, just like that. What was the about?
Nothing.
You wouldn't put this lower?
No.
You can say what you were thinking.
That looks like what would come behind the boat, but it's coming up to the side of the boat.
Well, that's why
so my literal piece is having a hard time with it.
Gotcha. Because I was thinking when I looked at it that it would go this way and the boat. I think that's what you were thinking too. Like that yeah.
There's something slightly off. We'll figure it out.
Yep. So I don't know if you would do two, probably not. That's craziness. Just one. But anyway, that's how you use that little piece. I was trying it right here to see, and I'm like, oh, you have to do it this way. So maybe that's, I don't know. I'm not even going to try to analyze it, but I hear what you're saying. All right. So online exclusive, Sunrise Sailing. I want to find my last card here. Online exclusive, Sunrise Sailing. I got it right here. That is actually the one I made. Doesn't really matter, but there we go. Aren't those so fun? To me, I look at them like they're totally different styles. I don't know which one's your favorite. I kind of like this one, of course, because I like color.
Yeah, me too.
But this makes sense if it's a retirement, like setting and going into the sunset.
Yeah, no, I like the idea of that one.
Yeah, and then I like this one because it's a little bit classy. So I like them all. And this one, of course, you could, again, stamp the whole boat and then cut it out or die cut it out and then put it on there, and that would work too. So, all right, Sunrise Sailing. That's what I have for you on this Saturday. It is a gorgeous day, so I hope you get outside, but still you can stamp. You can stamp outside. But we look forward to seeing you on Monday with some more new items. So happy stamping, friends.